Call the meeting to order. Could the clerk please read the statement?
This is the meeting of the Township Council for Monday, January 1st, 2018. Adequate notice of this reorganization meeting was provided to the press and the public on January 5th, 2017, and was posted at the municipal building in accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, NJSA 10:4-7.
Mayor Shortway, could you please lead the flag salute?
Yes, please. Thank you. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call.
Councilmember Allberger.
Present.
Councilmember Moon.
Here.
Councilmember Kadish.
Here.
Councilmember Murphy.
Here.
Councilmember Van Tassel.
Here.
We'll now move to swear in the newly elected council members, beginning with Councilmember Gene Murphy.
I, Lauren Kirkman, do hereby certify that Gene Murphy received the second highest amount of votes for the office of council member in the election held on November 7th, 2017.
And swearing in Ms. Murphy will be Congressman Gottheimer.
And when do you want me to speak, before or after?
What did you want? Do you want the Congressman to speak after you swear in or before?
Maybe after.
Do you want to do it down the front
we'll do
there?
it out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Right.
You can go over there and
Yeah. Bible, right?
I'll get it.
We're having Josh. Your dad. Luke dad.
Dan again.
You want to say that in public, man? Okay, so we're gonna hit the press here?
Sure.
Okay, and then I have, okay, so if you can raise your right hand, please. I, Gene Murphy,
I, Jean Murphy,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly affirm
I do further solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
as a member of the Vernon Township Council
as a member of the Vernon Township Council
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Can I say something about you? And you want to speak? You should speak first. This is your. Is it okay, Mayor? If you speak?
Absolutely.
It's your floor, please.
Well, I just would like to thank the voters of Vernon Township for re-electing me. I think we have an awful lot to do, a lot to accomplish. There's a lot that's we've started in the past few years. I look forward to working with the newly elected council members, Van Tassel and Allberger. And I expect by tomorrow, January 2nd, we will hit the ground running. I've spoken to the mayor and just told him we were ready, and we will be at his doorstep, right? Beginning tomorrow. So, and I'd like to thank you for coming up and swearing us in.
Of course. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You know, I want to let's applaud. And as a broker, which I know you are, and a completing your first 4-year term. And I know Dan feels the same way, who's your better half, I imagine. I want to thank you so much. This is overall an incredible town, and I'm very honored to be here, and it's a huge honor to swear you in and to swear others in. The mayor does an incredible job, and so does the council, and as the #1 tourist destination rated in New Jersey, and a beautiful place. It's cold to get on the slopes today, but there will be a lot of people on the slopes today. And it's some place that I love to come and spend time with my family. And it's really an incredible town, and I think we need more people to come visit, and I know the work that you're doing, both bringing businesses here and helping economic development and keeping people living here, and in the face of making these tax issues, we got to make sure we do everything we can to get property values up. And I just really, I couldn't be happier for you and your family, and congratulations again. I know you'll do an incredible job.
Thank
So
you.
thank you so much. And we have a certificate for you. This is straight from Congress.
Okay.
So I just wanted to, give this to you, and we can take a picture if you want. It's,
Sure.
Excellent. Good.
Thank you.
And this is, it's presented to you on the occasion of the reorganization ceremony. Congratulations on your electoral victory and on your position as councilwoman of Vernon Township, for your service to your community and your dedication and your public service to our country and to our state. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations again.
Thank you.
Next, we'll be swearing in Councilmember John Alberger.
Congratulations.
I, Lauren Kirkman, do hereby certify that John Allberger received the third highest amount of votes for the office of council member in the election held on November 7th, 2017.
Congratulations. Sorry. I'm Josh. Congratulations. I, John Allberger,
I, John Allberger,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly affirm
I do further solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
impartially, and justly
impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
and perform all the duties
as a member of the Vernon Township Council
and perform all the duties of the Vernon Township Council
according to the best of my ability,
according to the best of my ability.
so help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Which one is not speaking?
And let me, and I'll give you a minute to speak up, so this is your town, so please, congratulations.
I'd just like to thank everybody that did vote for me, and I, along with the rest of the council, will do our best to get this town going back in the right direction, hopefully. Thank you.
Yeah. Well, and, Cindy, thank you for being here, and I just want to say to you and to your family, thank you for your work at DPW, your work on the Environmental Commission, your work on the land use work. You've obviously given your life to making this town better, and it is obviously well recognized by this position in council. And I know you're going to do a very, very good job fighting for our state and obviously for Vernon. So congratulations to you and to your family, and this is a very big day.
Thank you.
And also, we have a congressional certificate of recognition for you as well, from Washington. It's got the seal and all. And so I'd like to present that for you. Here we go. There, we'll go like this. How's that? Oh, look there. Good?
Thanks.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Next is the swearing in of Councilmember Mark Van Tassel.
I, Lauren Kirkman, do hereby certify that Mark Van Tassel received the most votes for the office of council member in the election held on November 7th, 2017.
Most votes, man. That's huge. Congratulations. Hi, I'm Josh. Hi, Sydney. How you doing? You're Carly. Hi, Josh. How you doing? Very nice to meet you. Okay. And the Bible? Who's holding the Bible? You doing it? Good job. Want to come in closer so we can? Okay, Mark, you ready? I, Mark Van Tassel,
I, Mark Van Tassel,
do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same
and I will bear true faith and allegiance of the same,
and to the governments established in the United States
and the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly affirm
I do further solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
that I will faithfully, partially, and unjustly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
as a member of the Vernon Township Council
as a member of the Vernon Township Council
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You guys excited?
Get dressed up.
Yeah, I know. Michelle, so I don't know if you want to
Yeah, I had a speech.
get out of the way.
I'm trying to beat Dan. They said if I wrote more than 70 pages, I'd beat him. No, I just want to thank everyone who supported my campaign, my family, my friends, old and new. I want to congratulate Gene Murphy and John Allberger for a great win. I couldn't think of two better people to work with. Dan and Sandy, of course. Let me say I'm very excited to work with this council. I know that if we work together as a team, we can move Vernon in the right direction. I also want to acknowledge and thank the following people. Of course, my wife, who, when I told her I was going to run, she wanted to commit me to a hospital. But, no, she worked hard. She fought my battles. It's kind of amazing. I want to acknowledge. Let me say, I lost my space. I want to acknowledge Mayor Shortway for his kind words, his support, willingness to answer all my questions, and for listening to all my,
You're welcome.
Good, bad, whatever. I want to acknowledge the people I know worked tirelessly and engaged enlightened voters during our campaign. Support means the world to me and my family. I'm kind of losing track now. You all know who you are. Finally, I want to thank the residents of Vernon, especially those who came out to the polls and voted. Whether you voted for me or against me, I've been listening. And I know to do my best to support the decisions that will help Vernon as a whole. I mean, it's not going to be easy, but as a whole, I think we could work together and get things done. Thank you, and Happy New Year.
Just a quick couple points and about you and your work, obviously, as a corrections officer, but for our community. What you said, I think is exactly right, and I know the mayor, I think, would agree with this too, that what's most important as we celebrate a new year here is that we come together to get things done as a state and as a country. Obviously there's plenty of noise and lots of division, but what brings us together, to me, as Americans and as fellow citizens of the state, are trump all, right? Really, that really overcomes everything.
Right.
And I think that what I've learned over this last year now, and the mayor and I spent time together for years talking about this, is that there's some people are in their communities, whether you're coaching or working locally. What matters most is not party or your political stripes. What matters if you care about being invested in your community and standing by others and by your family and by law enforcement and first responders. We're very lucky to have excellent people here who protect us, our firefighters and law enforcement. You realize whether you're a veteran and served our country, or you're a teacher or a coach or a corrections officer, that's what's all about, is what you give back and how you help out and do your part every day. And I work, it's funny, in Washington, I work with Democrats and Republicans every day. And people give me grief. They say, why do you sit at the table with, you're a Democrat. Why are you sitting with Republicans and talking to Republicans? I say, because we're all Americans. And we want to get things done. And I'd say to all the council, you've done just such a great job in this area, getting things done for our community, and the mayor too, getting things done for Vernon. We have to really double down on that, right? Because given some of the policies that have come out in the last months, we're going to have work to do to make sure that businesses stay here and come here and grow here, and make sure that we give every service possible in an affordable way, in a fiscally responsible way, to our citizens. And so I'm here to help you and to help all the people in the community and do everything I can and to work with this incredible council and this incredible team. And that's why this is such a big honor for me to be here today. So thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Congratulations. This is for you. I don't know if you all want to come up. Do you want to come up? We're going to do a presentation.
Sure.
We'll get a nice picture. If you don't want it, you can just throw it out, don't worry.
Come on up. It's my beautiful family.
Look at that. Look at that family. All right. Michelle, Carly, and Sydney, right? Okay.
Excellent.
Good. Excellent. Perfect. Perfect. Thank you. So nice to meet you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Again.
Thank you.
For you.
Next, we have the swearing in of the fire department chiefs and assistants. Would the chiefs please come forward?
Okay. Oh my God, I'm not giving them certificates, right? Okay. Do I swear them in? How do you guys want to do this? And what about this one? What about this one? What is that?
This is the chief.
Oh.
So you just say, I state your name and try and write it. Just
Okay.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you. Okay, so I know we're doing, I'll stand over here so everyone can see us. First, congratulations. So we're going to do this jointly, right? That's how you want to do it, Chief? Right? So we'll do, I and I'll say state your name and you all state. Is that okay? Perfect. If you can raise your right hand. We want to hold one, does somebody want to just hold the Bible? You got it. Thanks. You got it.
Jesus. Specify the department too. Specify the department.
And then you're gonna, when we get to state your office, when I say state your office, if you could state your department, that'd be helpful. You ready? I do solemnly affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
That I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and the Constitution of the State of New Jersey,
and that I will bear true faith and allegiance
and I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the same
to the same
and to the governments established in the United States
and to the governments established in the United States
and in this state,
and in this state,
under the authority of the people.
under the authority of the people.
I do further solemnly affirm
I do further solemnly affirm
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
that I will faithfully, impartially, and justly
perform all the duties
perform all the duties
as a member of,
as a member of Vernon Fire Department
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Oh, okay.
And then I'm going to give, is it okay if I give certificates?
No, it's
You all want to do an
three
individual?
departments are
Okay.
four. No,
That's okay.
it's just one chief, assistant for each department.
Right.
Assistant Chief Alba.
Captain and then multiple lieutenants. And everything after that is gonna be easy.
Chief Clark. Chief. Very sure, sir. Assistant Chief Dangros. Congratulations. Thank you for serving. Thank you. Chief Herring. Thank you for you. Assistant Chief Ferry. And I think we all owe a huge round of applause to our. They run in to protect us every single day. And, you know, I got you, Ron. I'll share mine.
I don't know if Johnny, but, you know.
Do I have one more?
Yes.
Maybe. Oh, sorry. Look at that. stopping, chief for stopping. Sorry about that. Sorry. It's okay. Sorry, you forgot about these guys. Sorry, chief. Congratulations. You got a group shot, Jake? You're good?
Yeah, I got a group shot of that.
Excellent. Mayor, it's your.
Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen.
Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations.
Congratulations. Thank you. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you and congratulations. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Congratulations. Uh-oh.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
They're over there.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Make
Congratulations.
him look good, that's why.
Congratulations.
Hi.
Oh, we're gonna have fun with that at the firehouse, aren't we? Congratulations.
Thank you, congratulations. Congressman signing your oath, and then I'll have you don't have to wait till
For the public's knowledge, the chiefs and assistant chiefs sworn in were for Vernon, McAfee, and Highland Lakes. Congressman, if you have a minute or two, is there anything else you'd like to add to the public or to the council?
Is there anything else you need from me? I'm here, and let's fight to get our taxpayer dollars back. That's the only thing I'd ask. Whatever I can do to be helpful for that.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Outgoing council president comments?
As far as what I've experienced in the past year, I mean, there was another learning curve. At times, it was very difficult. The council did what they could. I did have a lot of assistance. I'd like to thank our clerk, Lauren Kirkman, Mayor Harry Shortway, and our administrator, Chuck Volker, for their assistance. They were always available. Anytime I had questions, they were always very helpful. And also to our attorney, Josh Zielinski, he and his staff also, like I said, they're on, at times, there could be a day that they're on speed dial with some of the ongoing issues that Vernon faces. So I thank you for this past year and look forward to the new year.
You're welcome. May we have a motion for nomination of a new council president?
I'd like to make a motion that Gene Murphy be president for the coming year.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Councilmember Allberger,
Yes.
Councilmember Ooms,
Yes.
Councilmember Kadesh.
Yes?
Councilmember Murphy,
Yes.
Councilmember Van Tassel.
Yes.
Motion carries for Councilmember G. Murphy to be council president for the year 2018.
May we have a motion for nomination of a council vice president?
I'd like to nominate Councilmember Dan Kadesh.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Roll call.
Councilmember Ooms,
Yes.
Councilmember Kadesh,
Yes?
Councilmember Van Tassel,
Yes.
Councilmember Allberger,
Yes.
Council President Murphy.
Yes.
Motion carries for Dan Kadesh to be council vice president for the year 2018.
Incoming council president comments?
I'm not sure if there's anything else I have to say, other than I look forward to this new year. We have, as I said before, we have a lot of unfinished business, a lot of things that we need to get off our plate and move on, and not be distracted by a lot of issues that just do not pertain or help our town. So again, I'd like to congratulate the two new council members, and also along with Sandy Ohms and Dan Kadesh, and look forward to the five of us working together for the residents of Vernon. Thank you. Oh. Next, we have the appointment of the municipal attorney. May I have a motion to adopt Resolution 1801?
Motion?
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Ooms,
Yes.
Councilmember Kadesh.
Yes?
Councilmember Van Tassel,
Yes.
Councilmember Allberger.
Yes.
Council President Murphy.
Yes.
Motion carries to pass Resolution 1801.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Next, we will move on to the mayor's comments. Mayor?
Thank you, and Happy New Year to the council, attorney, and everyone here. I first would just like to recognize all our fire personnel, the officers, and the first aid squads. Vernon Fire Department, Chief Chris Fick and Alba is the assistant, McAfee, Chief Clark, assistant, Dan Gross, Highland Lakes, Chief Herring, Assistant Chief Tom Ferry, Pochuck Valley, Chief Van Leuven, and Assistant Chief is John Kosh. I also want to recognize the ambulance squads, our 2018 officers, Peggy Warnett, Linda Alsate, Elise Watson, Mike Emmerich, Carol Monzo, and Andrea Kukula. These are all volunteers that serve us day in and day out. We've seen an onslaught of new volunteerism in our community, and I'd like to read the volunteers and their committees for the upcoming year. The Arts Committee, which will be up and running this year, I myself will sit on it, and Councilman Kadish will also be there. Karen Brennan, Joe Pixarillo, Caitlin Pixarillo, Bruce Young, Derek Shortway, Dennis Delio, and Carolyn Incarnato will serve on this committee. New members are reappointments of the Beautification Committee. President Gene Murphy, Chris Petronzio, Mary Ellen Visciconti, Ellen Meixner, Joyce Brensinger, Kelly Mitchell, and Jason Marindunk. Our Economic Development Advisory Committee, Kyla Rocha, Kelly Lynn, Elmer Platts, John J. Paul, Joshua Kennerson, John B. Stevens, Tyler Kennerson, Jack Anthony Grosser, and Peter Lucaris. Environmental Commission, Michael Chesky, Craig Williams, Carol Kadish, Angela Erickson, and Michael Fury will again chair that committee. Our Greenway Action Advisory Committee, Michael Fury, Joe Ass, Paul Carney, Cheryl Shortway, David Calabrese, Tony Chili, Craig Williams, Mike Chesky. I will also sit on that committee too. Historic Preservation Commission, new members, Ronald DuPont will move up, Christy Baldwin Raperto will move to Class B, Paul Mealy, Class C, is a new member, Kirk Stevens, new member, Class C, and Lisa Anderson will remain on that commission. Thank you. Our Land Use Board, new members. In my place, John Allberger will sit there. John requested to be a member of this board, and I agree with him. So thank you, John, for stepping up. Craig Williams, Richard Spurl, Willard McPeak, Christy Raperto, Michael Whitaker, Angela Erickson, and Lauren McGee. Our Municipal Utility Authority will have Kristen Wheaton moving up to a voting seat, Paul Carney, and Dave McDermott will be a new member of the MUA. Our Board of Recreation, new members, Daniel Seidner and Joyce Brensinger will again join this committee. So I thank all these volunteers because it really is about the volunteers in this community that make us great. Again, I want to congratulate to our re-elected and two newly elected council persons, Ms. Murphy, Mr. Van Tassel, and Mr. Allberger. Your election validates a vision for a community sustained by ecotourism, passive recreation, and service to others before self. I am confident that this new council will establish a new order, supported by law and respect for each other's opinions. The electorate and residents come first. Special interest groups will be heard, but they do not govern. Vernon will continue to move forward by creating a cohesive and cooperative political climate that encourages respectful debate without a goal of petty victories such as no confidence votes. The vote that counts is at the polls. Your victories over two incumbents and two former mayors demonstrates that the majority of Vernon voters support our common vision. The winds of political change has brought an increase in the number of residents who desire to serve as volunteers. A turkey trot, trailblazing, holiday and floral decorations, donations of gifts, dollars, and meals are only a few examples of the generosity and commitment by our volunteers and residents who make Vernon a better place to visit and live. Congressman Gottheimer recently recognized Mary Ellen Visciconti as a hometown hero for her tireless efforts to improve our community. Thank you, Mary Ellen. The Economic Development Advisory Committee will be revitalized, and the Art Committee will be up and running this year. Our police and volunteer fire and EMS personnel serve our community with distinction. We elected officials must do the same. Vernon is now participating in the Sussex County Community Law Enforcement Addiction Recovery, or commonly known as CLEAR program, in an effort to save lives and provide hope to others who suffer from addiction. Families are moving back to Vernon, and a scorecard is now needed to keep track of all the small businesses and sustainable farms opening up their doors. We will continue to evaluate present and past policies to provide municipal services in the most cost-effective manner possible. It may be freezing outside, but the heat is about to be turned up on corporate greed. I have shown patience for the last 2 years. It is about to end. Millions of dollars in back taxes are owed to our community, and indigent residents live in third-world conditions. This is unacceptable. For too long, modern-day carpetbaggers have bled our community. We will fulfill our fiduciary and enforcement duties as we face the financial and humanitarian challenges before us. We cannot turn a blind eye to corporations who do not pay their taxes or do not adhere to our laws. We will attempt to recover taxpayer dollars from plaintiffs of lawsuits deemed frivolous. They will become the defendants. I desire to conclude with adapted words from President John F. Kennedy in support of the Peace Corps. I think in many ways we stand at a crossroads, mostly because of the problems which press Vernon and the opportunities which will be presented to us in the next couple of years. Opportunities must be seized. Through the judgment and the vigor of the executive, with the cooperation and advice of the council, I know we can make the greatest difference possible. Our residents that we serve are willing to contribute, but our efforts must be far greater than our government has ever made. This is certainly a greater purpose, and I'm sure you recognize it. Therefore, I do not apologize for asking for your support to fulfill my campaign promises. Today, I ask you your support for our community. Let civility, respect, courtesy, compromise, and compassion guide us in our service to our community. Thank you.
Before we move on, I just wanted to check one item. The council appointment for a council member onto the Land Use Board.
That is included in the resolution.
It was included in the resolution. Okay, I just wanted to clarify that. That's Mr. Kadish. Next, we move on to the consent agenda. Resolutions 1802 through 1863 are various and different contracts and ministerial items. Pages. May I have a motion to adopt resolutions 1802 to 1863?
Motion.
Before we go there, I'd like you to pull out 2 resolutions.
Okay, well, which one?
1803
1803?
and 1821.
1821. Okay, so can you amend your motion, Dan? A motion
I'll amend my motion.
to adopt resolutions 1802 through 1863 with the exclusion of 1803 and 1821. Is there a second?
I'll
Second.
second. Oh,
Roll call?
Councilmember Holmes?
yes.
Councilmember Kadesh?
Yes?
Councilmember Van Tassel?
Yes.
Wahlberger?
Yes, with the exception to 23, 32, 40, 41, and 42. I have to abstain on those.
Councilmember Murphy?
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt resolutions 1802 through 1863 with the exception of 1803 and 1821, with the extensions for 23, 32, 40, 41, and 42.
So 1803, designating the meeting dates of the Township Council for 2018 calendar year.
Yeah, I'd like, well, the dates are all right, but it's the rest of the resolution that I'd like to discuss at the next meeting. So I'd like to table this to the next
We
meeting.
can't table this.
Okay, so I'd like to discuss it then.
Okay.
The meeting dates are fine.
Right, excuse me, we can't table this, right? This is-
No, you have
We
to-
have to advertise, yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure that,
It's
that we
okay to
need-
go further?
yeah.
Okay. So the meeting dates are fine, except I don't like that, to me, this reeks of inhibiting the public versus encouraging the public. I feel we should make every effort to accommodate them. The 30 minutes for agenda items, we'd cut off if people still wanted to speak after 30 minutes, and then they have to wait to the end of the meeting. I've been to many meetings where we can't speak about general topics till the end of the meeting, and the meetings go to late in the evening. So those that have to work have to hang out and possibly leave before they get to say what they would like to at the end of the meeting. It's happened to me. So I feel we should encourage enough time and input from the public, because we're here for them, and we should make them our first priority. So I really would, I applaud that we are opening it up at the end again. I think that's a great suggestion there. But I think people should have the opportunity to speak about what they want when they get here in the beginning, so they don't have to stay till the end. So that is my thought on that. But I do like that you're opening it up again at the end.
Okay. Thank you for your comments. Any other comments? No. Roll call?
I need a motion to adopt
Oh.
resolution 1803.
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Ung?
No.
Councilmember Van Tassel?
Yes.
Councilmember Kadesh?
Yes.
Councilmember Wahlberger?
Yes.
Council President Murphy?
Yes.
Carries to adopt resolution 1803.
Next, we have Resolution 1821, removing the bills list from the agenda.
Motion.
Well,
You can go
Yeah.
straight vote.
Need a second?
Second?
is there a second? This is on 1821.
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Ung?
No.
Councilmember Kadesh?
Yes.
Councilmember Van Tassel?
Yes.
Councilmember Wahlberger?
Yes.
Council President Murphy?
Yes.
Motion carries to pass resolution 1821.
Next, we have resolutions requiring separate action. Resolution 1864, adoption of the 2018 temporary municipal budget. Pursuant to New Jersey statute, each municipality must adopt a temporary budget, which can be no more than 26.25% of the budget from the previous year until such time as the annual budget can be approved and adopted, or the first 3 months of 2018. This resolution adopts a temporary municipal budget for 2018. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 1864?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Ung?
Yes.
Councilmember Kadesh?
Yes.
Councilmember Van Tassel?
Yes.
Councilmember Wahlberger?
Yes.
Council President Murphy?
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt 1864.
Resolution 1865, 2018 salary for non-union full-time employees. It's for the business administrator. May I have a motion to adopt Resolution 1865?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Councilmember Owens?
Roll call.
Oh, yes.
Councilmember Kadesh?
Yes?
Councilmember Van Tassel?
Yes.
Councilmember Allberger?
Yes.
Council President Murphy?
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt 1865.
Resolution 1866. This resolution approves the award of contracts for the township special attorneys, auditor, bond counsel, prosecutor, public defender, engineer, planning, and water operator. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 1866?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Owens?
Yes.
Councilmember Kadesh?
Yes?
Councilmember Van Tassel?
Yes.
Councilmember Allberger?
Yes.
Council President Murphy?
Yes. Resolution 1867. This resolution approves the award of contract for qualified purchasing agent for 2018. May I have a motion to adopt Resolution 1867?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Owens?
Yes.
Councilmember Kadesh?
Yes?
Councilmember Van Tassel?
Yes.
Councilmember Allberger?
Yes.
Council President Murphy?
Yes.
Motion carries to adopt 1867.
Resolution 1868. As the title suggests, this resolution approves the award of contract for appeal appraisal services. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 1868?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Owens?
Yes.
Councilmember Kadesh?
Yes?
Councilmember Van Tassel?
Yes.
Councilmember Allberger?
Yes.
Council President Murphy?
Yes. Resolution 1869. This resolution approves the salary for our new animal control officer. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 1869?
Motion.
Second? Is there a second?
Second.
Roll call?
Councilmember Owens?
Yes.
Councilmember Kadesh?
Yes?
Councilmember Van Tassel?
Yes.
Councilmember Allberger?
Yes.
Council President Murphy?
Yes.
Carries to adopt 1869.
Resolution 1870. This resolution approves the award of contract for the township special attorneys for redevelopment. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 1870?
Motion.
I'll
Nice.
second.
Nice. So,
Councilmember Owens?
Yes.
Councilmember Kadesh?
Yes?
Councilmember Van Tassel?
Yes.
Councilmember Allberger?
Yes.
Council President Murphy?
yes.
Motion carries to adopt 1870.
Okay. Next, we have, excuse me, Mayor, did you announce the special police officer?
No, I didn't.
Would you like to?
Special Police Officer Appointments, Class 1, Kurt Reinhardt, James Vett, Michael Sauer, Douglas Vince.
And next, you have your emergency.
Emergency Management Coordinator, Ken Clark.
Next, we have public comments. May I have a motion to open the floor to public comments?
Motion.
Motion.
We had a motion from
Second.
Councilmember Allberger,
Yeah.
Councilmember Kadesh, did you second?
Is there anyone from, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Is there anyone from the public that would like to address the council? Seeing no one coming forward, may I have a motion to close the public session?
Motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? No. We have council comments. Go to Councilmember Kadesh. Oh, you're not ready?
No, I'm not ready.
Okay. Councilmember Allberger.
Thanks. Thank you for everybody that came out today, and I look forward to working with us, the council. Happy New Year.
Councilmember Van Tassel?
No comments.
No comments?
No.
Councilmember Ohms?
Well, congratulations to Councilwoman Murphy, Councilman Van Tassel, and Councilman Augberger. Welcome.
Thank you.
Look forward to the next year. I want to thank Congressman Gottheimer for joining us, and thank you for all those that coordinated all of this. I'm sure this was a big effort. And when I saw the size of the agenda, Lauren, thank you. That's very big. I wish everybody a happy new year. And I also want to congratulate Mary Ellen on her success as well. So I hope everybody has a healthy new year, including myself.
Thank you. Mr. Kadesh?
Well, basically, we have a wish list here. And basically, I'd like to just make a few comments. top on my list is a chicken ordinance, so that everybody in town, within reason, could have chickens to a limited extent. I believe we should start thinking about forming an open space and farming committee. We attempted to pass a maintenance resolution. I'd like to see that happen in the future. We, of course, have water to bring to the town center, which represents maybe 3 or 4 different design issues that we have to decide. I think this winter I became more aware of the need for some kind of program to communicate services for aging care. That to me is top in our priorities, and I think it's necessary to bring in federal and county services that are available to us and make sure everybody on this dais knows of these services. When I was fire commissioner, I insisted on a 10-year program for capital among the fire department, the ambulances, and I think we need to be specific about when we're going to be bringing on new machinery, especially considering the need for the ladder truck. The road paving schedule, I think, is an important issue. We have often talked about bringing the health department back. One of the best programs that we had when it was here in Vernon was a water term monitoring system in which we uncapped 30 wells in the town, and instead of dealing with anecdotal information, we had scientific studies of these wells over a period of many years. I think we should consider going back to that. I know it's an expensive program to unseal a well and reseal it, but I think it's necessary considering the water studies and Highland studies that are going to be going on in the future and go on now. We have the issue of replacing the artificial turf in Maple Grange. I think that's an important issue. I also think we should have a 10-year plan on the replacement of such equipment as communication equipment, copiers, cameras, and smoke alarms. And I know that's being done now, but in ensuing administrations, they should have a macro in which we follow this for coming years. One of the problems with the relationship between the town and the MUA is an inconsistency in, I believe, the last clause which allows for the town council to waive certain requirements. This is not consistent with where our ordinances are. That has to be fixed. And as the clerk has been working hard on bringing some of these ordinances into compliance with what our current law and needs are, we're going to be working on that. The beehive electric fence problem, I think we should solve simply with an exemption. We need to also bring into the public's consciousness the need for certain permits when there's a change of ownership, when there's a need for a new hot water heater. Our seniors don't understand. Sometimes you need a permit for some of these things. We need to facilitate the communication of those needs. As you know, I also believe we should have incentives in terms of tax discounts or rebates for the EMT volunteer service to provide an incentive for their services. LoSAP is, of course, being used in other towns. We should be looking into this as a council. We probably should do more in terms of recruitment, although I understand that the advertising costs are expensive. I believe we should have the formation of friends organizations for the Arts Council, the Beautification Council, etc., in which donations could be made to help support those activities. I believe that the certification classes for the EMTs should be taught in our local high school rather than going to the fire academy as is required. I haven't done much research in this yet, but neighboring towns have a program for clearing trees out of our rivers, and we have rivers that are really stocked full of fallen trees. Senior housing, of course, has been a problem in this town for as long as I've been involved in government, 25 years. We haven't solved that issue, and I think we should. We have the need, as witnessed with the legends, that we need a low-income housing COA application in real life here in Vernon, not just to buy off our requirements. We have a foreclosure problem in this town. There are many programs that allow us to make repairs in the buildings, and if the owner comes back, they have to pay for them, or the bank. There are these programs that exist. We found out about them down at the Atlantic City Convention, and I think we should pursue that with a great deal of energy and purpose. And that includes vacant housing that's in this town and abandoned houses. I know it's being done, but in fact, we are doing this now as health benefit alternatives for our retirees. And I believe we should have work sessions for all commissions, committees, and ad hocs to be made on the same day during the year, which I think you're planning on at this point. So those are my wish lists for the coming year, and I'm sure that the rest of us will have similar such lists. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sorry to take up more of your time.
Well, thank you. It's an extensive list. And I see Chuck has been taking notes the entire time. Thank you. And lastly, I'd again like to thank the Congressman Josh Gottheimer for attending our meeting and swearing us in, and also the fire departments. I do notice, I will say that our chief of police is here, and I'd just like to extend thanks to the police department. They ran Operation Blue Elf this past holiday, and they were collecting toys for children. And I'm not exactly sure how it ran, but I believe that they went and delivered them. So everything was wrapped, delivered in a timely manner. And from what I understand, our community was very generous with what they gave. So thank you for that. So other than that, motion to adjourn?
Motion.
Is there a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No.